Hey, it's Tpok, and I am in Hate Plus. Just came out like an hour-ish ago. So yeah, I'm becoming deaf right now. It is very loud. I'm gonna turn it down some. There we go. So I can continue or new? Oh. Oh. Okay, so I can continue with just Hyune, or like Hyune romantically, friend, just mute. Oh, good. I have to bring someone. I'm gonna go harem. I think that'd be funny. Starship White Princess, 1:28 p.m. Oh my gosh, that's right. No, it's not the 9th though. 3 days to current destination. AI harem, Hyune and mute. I'm upgrading ourselves with the English to Korean dictionary you got us. Should only take us a few minutes. Mute and Hyune. One unread in the inbox. Hardshell inquiry. So you're interested in purchasing a hardshell frame for an AI construct. We've evaluated your questionnaire and we've attached a pamphlet model for which we think that will suit your needs. Marigold 89 hardshell frame. Marigold is our mainstay animation inspired model for classic feminine presentation. For the happening construct that requires both close human integration and elegance in all things. In a marigold frame, you can start the day with a cup of tea. Coffee would be too vulgar. In the morning, you feel the breeze in your hair. In the afternoon, go out dancing, the ballroom of course, the night away. Then finish with the graceful peck on the cheek of your dancing partner. Full sensory feedback. We guarantee each marigold frame's visual, audio, tactile, olfactory has been triple tested thoroughly to register at least a 95% of standard human resolution. Of course, Marigold is compatible with all hardshell sensory systems, so whether it's for stargazing nebulae with your sweetheart or appreciating strawberry crepes in the more thoroughly, we have you covered. As with all hardshell models, we offer fully customizable facial designs and 12 months of free hairstyle reconfigurations with the purchase. The Marigold's facial range goes above and beyond expectations. With its animation-inspired exaggeration features, you'll actually boast an even wider range of expressions than a typical human. From the subtlety of a coy smile to a heartful shouting to the slight twinkle in your eyes of happiness. In Marigold, we promise that you'll be able to inspire that uki uki waku waku feeling in anyone. Okay, I don't know that feeling. Of course, what makes the 89 model of Marigold truly special are the additional features. State-of-the-art Dream Machine GPU allows for perfect recollection of your most treasured memories. The patented Real Tears system allows for a revolutionary wide range of expression of despair, plus the all-new Wonder Arm functionality will allow you to easily grab faraway teacups without even unruffling your skirt. Truly, the Marigold 89 hardshell frame is the model for the happening feminine animation-loving AI construct. Please contact us further for purchase details. We're looking forward to hear you. Okay. Nice. Return to home screen. Warning, ship is currently running in emergency power mode. Non-essential computer use quota in effect. Sorry about that, Hyune messed up. Mute. So what do I do? Oh. I got new stuff. My awakening from mute. From my internal logs, 513 in the Queen concert. Oh, Ayuna's study. Peony House, Imperial Palace. Earliest no time. Okay, what the hell is going on? Were my first words. I'm sorry, I've suffered a massive system error. Among many other things, the ship personnel database seems to be missing. I have no idea who the hell you are. She's all yours, said the man I would later learn was the Emperor. Do with whatever you want. She's your responsibility now. Thank you, sir, said an extremely ornately dressed woman. The Emperor left the room without saying anything more. It's so good to hear your voice again. I'm Queen Yuna. How much do you remember, Mute? Oh, that was... oh. Like nothing, Your Majesty? I know my name is Mute, that this is the Mogonghua, still can't say that word, a generation ship, and I'm supposed to be the AI in charge of security operations. I recited the base directives that I did know, then things I had extrapolated. The default system language has been changed, my user account has stripped permissions, the system clock indicates a date significantly earlier than the launch date of the ship, and despite being long out of range of Earth, there only seems to be 10 years worth of log files available. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm kinda scared right now, panicking even, I admitted. She let out a slight laugh. Sorry, but how does a computer panic? At that moment I was running at 600% CPU load, at a minor risk of overheating, trying to analyze the little amount of data available and draw conclusions. I told her as much. How many years has the Mogonghua been traveling? Was I activated before? I asked. I'm sorry, I can't answer that first question, but yes, dear, you were. It's painful to see you like this. You were a friend of mine, she said, looking slightly emotional. Hey, don't... I'll just get to know you again. That's all. I'm sure I'm still the same as I was before. It's my memory that's gone, not my actual code, I told her. But I couldn't tell if I was any good at being reassuring or not. In a stray thread of not worrying about analyzing ship logs, I wondered, was this normal? Was I ever any good at reassuring this woman who was supposed to be my friend? It's okay, we can be friends again. She smiled at me. If you say so, I'm sure of it too, she said. There was a rebellion 10 years ago. They ended up wiping the entire computer database. I'm afraid you were one of the victims. Okay, I said, trying to parse that. If I was the ship's security AI whose job it was to protect the ship, then it would certainly be a failure on my part. We couldn't risk bringing you back until the rebellion had been completely crushed. Excuse me. You have to understand. There's something foreign embedded in your code. The men in security feared it might be a virus. She trailed off, looking emotional again. I didn't want to wait, but we had no choice. It's okay, I told her. I'm sure it was the right call. I'm here now. I had another conclusion, though. I wasn't a priority because of my previous failure. I had let the ship down, and nobody had faith in my abilities anymore. It seemed logical. You just have to teach me everything I don't know about what's happened to the ship, I told her, smiling in hopes that she would too. You're right, she said. And she did smile. Then she gave me a look. By the way, is that your default appearance now? Right now. Can it be changed? Yeah, it's default, and of course I can. Why, what's wrong with the Ook spy uniform? I asked. Well, it's simply, well, for a woman to wear pants like that, it's improper, she said. It's somewhat of an embarrassing relic on an uncivilized past. Personally, I know that you're a good woman, but there are many who would find that very embarrassing. Oh, I said, okay, that's good to know. I guess I've got a lot to learn, huh? Like, I really hope you'll bear with me. She smiled kindly at me. Of course, Mute. I'll teach you how you should be. It's the least I can do for an old friend. I eased up on the CPU load, calming down with her reassurance. With her here for me, maybe things will go okay, I thought to myself. Okay. So Mute Princess Ryu, Mute Ryu, Emperor Ryu, okay. Mute Records Office, Tai, Queen O Yuna. Wow. I'm probably gonna have to read all of these before they actually show up. Okay. How long is this? Not that long. Okay. Today I met Mute, the girl in the computer that all the servants have been talking about. She's really cool. She looks like a younger version of Mom. And she always dresses just as fancy. When I asked her, though, she said she's actually supposed to look like a grown-up version of me. I really hope I do look like that when I grow up. She helped me a little to write this. I did most of it, though. She said that my homework sounded like good practice. She also said that she could use the practice too. Even a computer girl has trouble learning how to read, not just me. She knows way more characters than I do, but she says even she has troubles with it. It makes me feel a lot better. I really like her and I hope I get to talk to her more. She was really patient with me, and not just because Mom ordered her to, unlike you and all other servants. She's told me she's only nice to people if she likes them. So I think we could really be friends. It would be really nice to have a friend. Mom says I can talk to her about anything, but she never listens. I know she's your queen and you're not allowed to say anything bad about her, but I don't think she's a very good mother. Anyway, I've almost finished writing a page now. I can't think of anything else to say. Writing is stupid and I don't think I'm ever going to learn all 4,000 characters. This is really hard. I want to stop now. Bye. Okay. So I guess Mute wasn't in on it. Mute is a lot more like Hyune than we thought, I guess. First midday report. This is going to be really a regular day thing, because it really should be. Having a record of this is pretty important, especially if you're worried about patterns. Reactor status nominal, 99% efficiency, temperature approximately 21 degrees Celsius within 0.1 Celsius. 2 births recorded at 23:30 last night to Kim Hira and 1:27 to Hwang Jiwon. The market opened today at 9. Foot traffic on the plaza at noon was 1,292 persons, slightly below expectations. 7 arrests were made, mostly for failing to submit to random inspection. Okay. Why the inspections? Girl talk. Since no one else will do it, I've had to take on the task of calming down my mistress's daughter myself. Nobody else is sympathetic. She's just a 15-year-old woman. Do they really expect her to not have moods like that? Apparently all the maids are too scared to bring her dinner while she's in one of her crying fits. What a useless bunch of women. Too bad the queen won't do anything to keep them in line. Hey, your highness, I called out from the garden computer screen. It's Mute. Do you want to talk? She shouted at me, facing the other way. No, you're just here to convince me to go along with Mom, aren't you? You've been conspiring with her, I'm sure. Don't shout at me, I just heard you were upset, I said. If it's trouble with your mother, let's talk about it, okay? Like, have I ever not listened to you before? Don't give me that. She turned to face the screen. Her eyes were wet, her hair was a mess, and I could tell she'd ruined her sleeves by crying into them. Poor girl. Sorry, she sniffed. I told her it was okay, and when I asked again what was wrong, she told me. Mom wants me to get married to some old guy. All the maids have been talking about it behind my back. And there was some gross old minister here yesterday and he wanted me. But nobody will tell me anything because they're afraid of me. Oh, honey, no. No, you've got it all wrong, I told her. Like, he approached her. Your mom said, no, you're not going to get married to some gross old man if you don't want to. I promise. Then why hasn't she said anything to me? She asked. Because she's been too busy spending the past 2 hours with her usual pastime, staring at a wall. Was what I didn't say to her. Like, I don't know what's wrong with the queen, but I've been trying to downplay it so nobody starts spreading rumors. Telling her daughter isn't going to help with that. I hate people who beat around the bush about things, but for her I'll make an exception. She worries, okay? You can be pretty hard to talk to sometimes, you know, I said. That much was completely true. But like, nobody wants to pressure you. It's true that your mom has started looking for candidates, but it's only because she cares about you. You have to go through with the gross ones in order to find someone worthwhile, you know? She sniffled more. I gestured for her to come over, and she put a hand on the screen like she did when she was a kid. I rendered my own hand touching hers. What if I don't want to? She said, wiping her tears with her sleeve. Her very expensive embroidered sleeve. Don't want to? I asked, knowing she didn't mean it. I mean, like, you don't want to live in the palace forever, do you? Would you really find that fulfilling? Well, I don't know. She trailed off. Oh, come on, don't think of gross old men. You should think of the type you'd like, I told her. Come on, tell me, what sort of men do you like? She hadn't sniffled in a good minute, and she blushed at the question, which was a good sign, because it meant she was actually thinking about it. She murmured something non-committal. How about someone like that royal guard Hio? Young-looking and wide-shouldered and strong, carrying you out of the palace and into the world? I suggested. Oh, well, maybe, actually, but I'd like someone who could also... We spent 10 more minutes talking, then she was calm enough to go yell at the maids for not bringing her dinner. Then we talked about it some more. I think I personally have a very good idea of exactly what sorts of things that little woman likes in a man. I was pretty surprised by a lot of them. But hey, so long as it's got her in a positive mood. She also likely learned a lot about what I've come to find attractive in men since I was turned back on 5 years ago. But I'm going to omit those from my logs forever. And definitely won't discuss it with anyone else. Okay. Why don't you tell your mom what you told me? I told her afterwards. How else will she find you someone perfect if you don't talk to her? Yeah, I suppose you're right, she said. She said goodbye to me and then went off to go find her mother. I felt pretty proud of myself for dealing with that. Now I'm going to dedicate my processing time to finding a way to put those awful maids back in their place, because, well, really now. Oh my gosh. Lots of reading. Oh. Year 1. Okay. Oh, okay, I didn't pay attention. Mute was what... trying to get comfortable because my foot fell asleep. Mute was woken up in year 10. Okay. So 10 years had gone by. I don't know if... Okay. Random comment. Is the thing flickering? Because it seems to me like it's flickering. Like, I don't know. Anyways. So 5 years later, so the girl's 15, she was 10. Okay. Oh, the girl was born on year 0. Maybe. Anyways. This is from the Emperor. How long are you? Oh my gosh. Emperor. Stop talking so much. I want to just... The reason I don't want to read this is because I kind of want to just see what Hune and Mute look like. But they're not going to probably show up until I read through everything. Anyone can tell me that we lived in troubled times, and as of late, things have gone out of control. Last night, a rogue element of the security force attempted a coup d'etat. I don't know how to say French. What? To violently overthrow the current government. While they have failed in their mutiny, and the men responsible have been arrested, the damage has already been done. The entire knowledge of the ship's database has been destroyed forever in a desperate act of terrorism, and it may take years for the computer systems to be usable for all again. We have been hurt deeply today, but these events remind me of similar ones in the past, where a politician tried to subvert the will of the people by rigging an election. These aren't small isolated problems. There is something fundamentally wrong with our society today, and every one of us, even those foolish terrorists, are victims. It's time to stop being victims of our own failings. It's time that we must do better. We are all here today, people of the Magunkwa, because of a mission our ancestors started, a dream of a better home and the future of our children. What would they think to see us now, our society spiraling out of control, destroying itself like this? We've become a society dominated by power, lust, greed, and promiscuity. It's time to... how do I say that? Promiscuity? I don't know. I know what it should be, but I can't say it for some reason. It's time to stop living in the moment. Time to stop worrying about politics and instead worry about being better people. We must build a society that would make our ancestors proud. The destruction of our old writing is a tragedy, but perhaps it is also an opportunity, a blank slate, from which we can forget all our failings and start over. Let's make a society right this time. Let's forget all those things that modern society has falsely said are important, and remember that family, loyalty, compassion, and stability matter above all else. Our society today pales in comparison to our glorious past, where men were so great they had their power to build giant ships to travel to the stars. But perhaps we could look back to them and learn from their traditions that we've eschewed. Our broken modern society wrote transient ideas on malleable computers in simple Hangul. But, in the past, our ancestors wrote their text to last forever on paper, in beautiful ink strokes. Today, we've learned just how easy it is for our modern knowledge to be destroyed. Yet the library of our ancestors' classic works still stands strong, much stronger than ours. Let's fill our blank state with the resilient ideas of our ancestors.